Look at me, guys. I'm unclassically attractive, okay? Got kind of like a receding jawline, freckle face, a lot of imperfections. And if I can do this, if I can go out and run in the morning and pursue, talk to, 10 to 40, 50 chicks a day, maybe you can't do that many, but you can do one or two or three, If I can do it, you can do it. I look like a crazy person with my hair and all this, and so I want to motivate you in that way that I'm just like everybody else. But today I wanted to talk about this barrier that I've been breaking. I've been talking to a lot of women, and a lot of them go really well, and I have this barrier in my mind where I kind of forget, like, hey, what's your phone number? I gotta go. What's your phone number? Why don't we talk sometime? Why don't we link up? Why don't we hang out? I have this barrier where things are going really good and I just forget. I'm like, okay, bye, have a good day. I'm like, oh dude, I should have asked for her phone number. So in my progression of growing, what I'm doing now is I'm practicing getting rejected with phone numbers to get it out of my system. Okay, and I'll give you a couple stories of yesterday how I did it. So I was like, the next girl that comes near me and gives me some signal, I'm just gonna ask her. I'm gonna break this. I'm gonna break ground with her. So I was shopping in the men's section, and this very attractive girl, 35, beautiful, she came over kind of right next to me, and she had booty shorts on, but she still looked classy at the same time. And I was like, she's got to, we're all adults, okay? That skirt thing, shorts were hiked up. It was crazy. I was like, there's no way she's not single. But so I turned and looked at her, because she turned around and looked right at me. So I'm like, hey, do you know where the Hawaiian shirts are? She's like, no, I don't. I was like, okay. But then she kind of left the area, so I was like, oh man, okay. So I think I blew it. But I was like, whatever, I'm still gonna get out of my system. And so I know I don't recommend this to anybody, and I never do this. But once she checked out and paid for her things, I went out to the parking lot with her. Don't ever do this. But I gave her a lot of space. I came on the side and I gave her a lot of space so she wouldn't feel threatened. And I said, look, hey, I was just, being goofy in there, but I just wanted to say, there's no way I was gonna go home today without saying hi, and can I get your phone number? She's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm married. So she showed me that. I was like, okay, hey, well, enjoy your day, no worries. There's no way I was gonna just go home and not say something. So I had to break that barrier. So I got rejected. Ooh, it hurt. It did, but it felt good at the same time, because I knew I needed to break that barrier. So then after that, like I said, rejection gives you confidence. You just get numb to it. I saw this other girl, and she wasn't really even my type or that cute. To me, that's my opinion. But I still wanted to break the barrier. So I went up to her. I'm like, hey, look, I think you're cute. Can I get your phone number? She's like, no, sorry, I'm married. She showed me her ring, and I'm like, okay. So it felt good to get that out of my system. Why? Because there's been a lot of times last week. I'll give you one example. I was talking to this really slender, really stylish Asian girl. She's maybe 21, really clean white teeth, beautiful skin. I'm talking, she was just the style. I'm a guy of style. I love style. She had baggy, black denim on with some Converse, and she just had a belly shirt on kinda, and she just had the cutest little stomach. And I went up to her, I'm like, dude, you got style out of this world. And she just lit up. She's like, oh my gosh, thanks. It's like, you gotta give me a spin. Then she gave me this cute spin. And we were talking, things were going really good. And it's in moments like that where I need to learn to just cut things off and say, hey, well, it's good talking to you. I gotta go, but I'd like to get your phone number. Maybe we could hang out sometime and get to know each other. And if she's like, no, sorry, I got a boyfriend or whatever, then it is what it is. But if I don't break that barrier, I'm never gonna find out. If I don't ask her, I'm never gonna find out. So that's why I'm trying to break this barrier right now. And it's gonna lead me to greater success. So I'm making this video, and I just wanna make a point. We'll put all that to the side real quick. This whole game is like a giant pool, a pool of water. There's little diving boards, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger to huge diving boards, okay? And a lot of guys, in our mind, we think, oh, I gotta go jump off the big diving board and that's gonna hurt and that's scary and this and that. And it's true. If you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna get hurt, man. You're not gonna wanna dive in the pool anymore if you keep going off the deep end and belly flopping and hurting yourself. And that's some stuff I used to do. So that would really discourage me from like pursuing women, because I would just go right to the big diving board. But that's why I tell you guys, go out and do little things to embarrass yourself, do little approaches, be friendly to guys and chicks. Just get that, get that social thing lubricated, so that when you have bumped into your dream girl, the big diving board, you're just, hey, I know what I'm doing, I'm gonna dive right in. So I want to motivate you wherever you're at today. Maybe you're broke, overweight, maybe you're lacking confidence and stuff, and I totally get all of that. I just want to say, like, go to the little diving board, wherever that looks like for you. Go. You don't have to go for a 10-mile run. Go for like a half-a-mile walk or a bike ride. You maybe can't approach 20 chicks today. That's okay. Just go approach one and just say hi. Don't even talk. Just be like, hi. And then you're like, and then you walk away. And then next thing you know, hey, how's it going? And hey, I like your shoes. And before you know it, you're dating your dream girl. That's how this works. Or another example of just, doing your thing is, I was doing my miles here, and I saw this blonde and this brunette girls. They were walking their dogs, and the blonde girl was just getting like pulled by this dog, like into the weeds. Like the dog was just kind of walking her. So I was passing them up. I'm like, that dude is walking you. I kind of laughed, and they just both started laughing hard, and the blonde just like whipped right at me. She's like, you want to take her? Like, she laughed. She's like, ha ha ha. Like, you want to take her? Like, all cute and stuff. And that's the game right there, Like, you say something, and then they kind of mess with you. And then I could have been like, yeah, give me your dog. And then you just have this cool moment where you're almost playing like a scene in a movie, right? And for all you know, you're talking to your wife, Anyways, I'm not an expert in this field. I'm just documenting my journey, trying to help any of you soldiers out there that don't want to give up and maybe just need a helping hand, because I know I need it a lot. So feel free to leave any comments of what you're going to do today or soon, or anything you're doing to push yourself right now. So leave that in the comments. It's always fun to read. It's really encouraging for me too, and I just like reading your guys' comments. Anyways, guys, be blessed. Push yourself in any way. Believe in yourself. Take those little scary things, get them out of your system. It's worth it, man. If you would have told me a month ago I'd be where I am right now, I never would have thought there'd be so much change. You can be successful at whatever you put your mind to. For you guys that have watched Back to the Future, like when I put my mind to business, I was successful in business. When I put my mind to this, I have grown and I've gotten better and better. But anyways, guys, don't worry about the big diving board. Go to the little diving board. Maybe you live with some friends, or maybe you live with your mom. When you wake up in the morning, try to make your mom laugh. Try to bring some joy and happiness into the household. It doesn't have to be all this big stuff all at once. Just put in whatever reps you can right now, where you're at. Bloom where you're planted. Take care.